What's up guys, this is 1UX1 and today we're talking about case studies. So how do you build a case study? How do you know where to start? And how are you going to use those for a UX design portfolio or UX research portfolio and actually talk about it in an interview? So case studies are actually a real study, or it could be a mock one where you took a website and created a case. So it could be real, or it could be one that you create yourself because you don't actually have any real world experience. But a case study in essence is a user journey, or maybe two user journeys, i.e. let's say for example somebody is purchasing a product and they're going to go through the whole process of selecting the quantity, the price, going to the checkout page and purchasing it with a card payment. So that's one case study, and you may improve that whole user journey and you would talk about that, how you did it, what the problem was, how did you know it was a problem, how you solved it, and the whole process that you went through, whether it was a UX design process or UX research process, i.e. you did all the research on that user journey. So case studies are what you get asked in an interview. They'll say to you, well, how did you solve a problem? Can you give it an example of a problem that you had in UX design or research and how you solved it? So you take that case study and you would talk about it. Now also for your portfolio, you would take that case study and you would explain your whole process of how you discovered the problem, what your planning was, what your process was, who you worked with, what solutions you came up with, why did you select that particular solution, and then how did you work with developers, how did you work with UX designers, researchers, service designers, managers, product owners, whoever might be on that team, because every company, every organization has a different set of people in their team. So no two teams are the same. Then they'll ask you, how did you work with them? What were your discussions like? What worked for you? What worked well? What didn't work so well? Why did you select these methods of working together or ways of working? And what did your colleagues say about your, say, user research or your UX design, your proposal for the solution for this case? And then you explain, well, this is what they said. They liked this solution, i.e. they liked the redesign, or they liked the outcomes of the user research where we discovered that the users would like a shorter user journey, and this is how they would like to shorten the journey, i.e. remove the unnecessary steps in that user journey. And you explain that that's what will get you a job, that's what will build your portfolio, a case study that's real world solution. So you're actually solving user experience problems that people have and you're able to explain them. So when you are building your first case study, you need to look at the problem, what are your proposals, how you're going to work through the solution, and what was your solution, and what does success look like, i.e. what are the KPIs, key performance indicators. So how do you prove that your case was successful? Because that's what the portfolio will ask, that's what your UX interviews will ask. They'll say, well, how do you know that what you did worked? And you say, right, because the time on task was reduced, or the KPIs are that the feedback we got, the net promoter score, we did a survey with the users and they were more satisfied with this solution than when we started with i.e. the previous user journey. So you need to prove that your case study was successful or it worked. You can even have a case study that failed, and that's fine as long as you knew why it failed and you can explain why it failed. For example, a case study where you were improving an app and you were unable to improve the design due to, let's say, a member of staff, a UX designer had left the contract, left the job, or was off unwell or sick, and that's why you couldn't complete the design. So it could be a real case scenario, and that's absolutely fine. So it doesn't have to be always rosy, and they don't want to just see the flowery, pretty stuff and the rosy designs and a really polished UX design portfolio or UX research portfolio, but they want to see what was the messy bits, because that's what gets you the job. Can you solve problems? Can you work with others? Can you discuss problems? And that's what will get you hired. So it's all about explaining what was difficult, how you worked together in a team, and how you solved it, and that's what will build a great portfolio. Guys, if you have any more questions, drop them here so I can make videos for you. Download the free guides, subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one. This is 1UX1. Thank you for watching.